In Parashat Toldot, there's a great deal of intrigue. And the intrigue takes place within the family. We have what seems from the very beginning to be a type of a dysfunctionality, where the mother loves one child and the father loves another child. And we never know exactly how it is that those two children themselves get along. There's one conversation that takes place towards the end of the parsha, which perhaps we can glean a great deal of information from that conversation. Rivka overhears, and Rivka always seems to hear, Rivka overhears that her husband Yitzchak has summoned in the elder of the twins, Esav, to come in to receive a blessing. Rivka calls her younger son of the twins, Yaakov, and instructs him to go in and to take this blessing. But Yaakov's afraid. Now that fear itself is interesting, because I could have or I would have thought that what Yaakov needs to be afraid of is his brother Esav. Esav, certainly within the rabbinic tradition, has a reputation of somebody who's willing to spill blood. But Yaakov's not afraid of him. What Yaakov is afraid of is that his father, instead of blessing him, is going to curse him. And this may give us a great deal of information or a great deal of insight within the religious inner world of Yaakov. Yaakov is more concerned with the blessing and the curses of his father than he is with the possible threat to his own life by his brother. But perhaps it tells us something else, which is not necessarily mutually exclusive. Yaakov may truly believe that in terms of Esav, that they have an understanding. Years before this, we're told how one day Esav comes in from the field and asks for food of Yaakov, and Yaakov does something which at face value does not seem to us to be all that brotherly. He says, sure, I'll give you food, but you should sell me the birthright. Now, what made Yaakov do this? Where was this coming from? And it's possible that there's one source for all of this, and that's the mother, that's Rivka. Before the boys were born, Rivka already was told. She had inside information. She had a prophecy. And she's told that the younger one, the younger son, Yaakov, is the one who's going to be successful, and they're going to be separate. They're going to go in two separate ways. They're going to be two different nations. And it's quite possible, if not likely, if that is this, we can call it proprietary prophecy that she has, perhaps that's exactly what Yitzchak doesn't know, and maybe Yitzchak thinks that these two boys are supposed to work together. Did Rivka ever tell her husband? I doubt it. Sometimes prophecy, the way that it works, is that if God tells somebody a particular prophecy, and not somebody especially, somebody who's a prophet, it could be that Rivka felt that this was information for her to have. But did she ever tell Yaakov? At least according to the Targum, towards the end of the parsha, within the section of taking the blessings, and there it says that she was motivated, again, because of the prophecy. And it seems to be that at least there's a possibility, we'll put it that way, that Yaakov knew this. That his mother told him, this is what you need to do, this is who you are. And it's also possible that Esav accepted this. Esav did not want the responsibility of being the firstborn. He didn't want to take care of the others. He didn't want to be the kind of person who his father or mother are looking for in terms of a great deal of responsibility. And it seems to be within the text, the greatest thing that happened to him, at least when they were young, is when Yaakov was willing to take that responsibility. That section ends with the food. V'yivez Esav et habachorah. He detested to be the firstborn, which means as far as he was concerned, this was a win-win. He got some food and he got rid of responsibility, and he was happy. And as far as Yaakov is concerned, it would seem to be that he and Esav understand one another, which means as now, later on, Yaakov's not afraid of Esav because he's sure that Esav is okay with this. This was already decided. But we all know the way that emotions work. Just because you or a person or Esav was in a particular place years before, it doesn't mean that he's still in that same place now. And now when Esav learns that Yaakov has taken the blessing, which may very well have been connected to that original status as firstborn, now Esav feels that he's been doubly hurt. And now Esav says, I'm going to kill Yaakov. So we see some interesting things here. Rivka, she has a prophecy. Yaakov may very well have received that prophecy as well. Esav completely accepts that prophecy, at least till a particular point. Yaakov, far more concerned being cursed by his father than perhaps even being killed by his brother, which he doesn't seem to imagine. And Rivka, for her part, says that any curse that may be coming will be upon me, will be a lie. So one way of looking at that, a lie, is she's saying, I'll take it, which itself is very interesting. Could curses or blessings really be moved around such? But the Vilna Gaon said, be very careful with the word alai. It's spelled with an ayin, with a lamed, and with a yud. And she says the curse will be alai, but the curse, which the Vilna Gaon at least hints, is still going to come at you, and it's alai. Alai stands for Esav, Lavan, and Yosef. But just because Yaakov goes in and takes the blessing, doesn't mean that God has to agree. And just because Rivka says, any curse that comes will be on me, doesn't mean that Yaakov's not going to suffer from it at all. The blessing that Yaakov took, if you follow it through, never seems really to have come to him. And the curse which Rivka said she was going to take, especially if the Vilna Gaon is correct, it seems that Yaakov never did avoid.